Hey, what's up guys? This video serves as a message to the developers of Osiris New Dawn, Phoenix Fire Entertainment, on behalf of the community of this game. Last month, I shared my thoughts on the game via a review of the early access build, which saw a lot of popularity, and now after playing it for an even greater chunk of time, it's time to share what improvements we should expect from the game. Number 1. Develop the cave systems in this game. Currently, cave farming is just too easy and non-threatening. The first time you meander into a cave in Osiris, it's quite scary. It can be really dark, and you may ask yourself what dangers lie within those dark recesses of the cave. How far down does this cave go? Maybe it's endless. Then you go in, and you realize there isn't much danger, nor enemies of any kind usually. The darkness is your enemy for the most part, and losing your way. These caves have the potential to be something really great, and the main threat and reward system in the game. Put dangerous enemies in the cave, and extend the verticality and complexity of the cave systems by making them deeper and more intricate. And you can compensate for this additional difficulty by providing players some sort of orientation system, like perhaps giving players the ability to craft temporary light sources from plutonium that you could drop behind you as a pseudo breadcrumb trail or splash on the walls, or add a rope mechanic into the game where you could tie yourself to an anchor point at the entrance of the cave and drag the rope behind you as a line of retreat. Number 2, add NPCs and rare bosses into those caves. Caves should also exist as homes to alien hives, kind of like worker ants. They colonize tunnels, caves, and hives, and work for their mother, who rests in the deepest part of the cave. This approach would work really good and create a tippy-toe environment where players could enter the caves at their own risk, gathering materials, creeping farther and farther into the darkness depending on how desperate or brave you are for those materials. And the farther you go in, the more dangerous it should get, with the threat of that rare alien mother boss devouring you or being surrounded by aliens as the cost involved for harvesting those materials. It would also go a very long way in rewarding the smartest and best players, having those giant rewards for those willing to venture into the deepest parts of those caves and the most dangerous parts. And number 3, increased interaction with sandworms. Sandworms are an amazing addition to this game, but they're basically set pieces. And as such, there's little interactiveness going on. Add graphical burrow holes for one. Let's be honest, it's pretty weird not seeing a 300-ton giant worm leave any type of mark in the ground. And then perhaps make it so they're killable somehow by adding craftable explosives from radioactive or gas resources. But if that's too much to ask, at least have them be more of a threat and chase you around a bit more. It would add some much needed tension to the surface level gameplay. Number 4, make containers and player bodies lootable to actually encourage PvP. This one seems pretty obvious and an omission by the developers. Number 5, expand the world size. Osiris New Dawn currently feels like a small sandbox instead of that epic space world that we were promised. The game needs to be about 5 times its present size by the time the full release comes around, or people will not stay around for very long. And on that note, we also need some biodiversity in this game. There's a lot of sand. Yes, we know there's a lot of sand in caves, but we also need some green in this game. Maybe some snow, different star systems with different atmospheres, stuff like that. And number 6, additions to weapons and structures. Firstly, we need to add some defensive structures such as turrets, laser tripwires, mines, fortified walls, scouting drones, and robotic defensive mechs. And also weapons. We need new and different types of weapons for different enemies, with different varying ammo types that deal with specialized units such as maybe heat or reinforced ammo to deal with those armored enemies, and weapons specialized for demolishing structures, maybe like experimental bombs. You know, pickaxe swings are not efficient to destroy habitats, it's a verified fact. Number 7, let's work on those structure mechanics and enhance the mechanic that doesn't allow players to lay down structures too close to already existing ones. Seriously, this needs to point out where the closest structure is and how many meters away I am from it, so that I can build a new one. That red dome visual cue, it sucks and only adds to the headache of trying to wrangle around with the building controls. Number 8, enemy threats and diversity. Let's make enemies more, just more. More violent, more numerous, capable of attacking your structures maybe, more diverse, and some harvestable to be able to use patchwork resources. Imagine being able to skin the carcasses for building reinforcements or hot blood, either to paint or use as glue in crafting materials to bind specific materials together. As they are now, they're little more than target practice. And also, 60 hours in, not once have I had to use their meat to stay alive. Make them more interesting, more dangerous, and way more dynamic. Okay, number 9, let's enhance the gas geysers and the mechanics. For starters, can we add a mechanic to just fill all the barrels at once? and make the chlorine oxygen useful for something? As they stand now, they're just landmarks to guide people around, and of course hydrogen. Maybe even add structures to automatically collect and transfer them, such as robotic collection vehicles, gas ducts, and refineries. And last but not least, make the game more vertically interesting on surface level. Players have spent hours trying to see if there was anything interesting on those floating rocks, and we were disappointed. We need to be able to land on those rocks, mine them, carve them flat, and even build habitats on them. Imagine being able to build your own floating rock structures and craft flying robots to transfer materials and do work between your two sites, on the surface level and in the atmosphere. How cool would that be? Alright Osiris fans, that's it for now, but if you have any more recommendations for this game and the developers, you can post them here in the comment section, and I'll make sure to tell the developers this in another video if we get enough. And if you enjoyed this video, I encourage you to check out my review of this game by clicking on the video on your screen now that I did of the current build last month. And subscribe to this channel if you want more Osiris content and other gaming goodness, and have a kick-ass day in space, guys.